Okay, now that we've reviewed the concept of command-level programming, let's dive in and get started with compiling and running our first program from the command prompt window. We'll start by creating a folder on our C drive to store our Java programs for this activity. Something to remember about the command prompt is that you can get a complete list of command-level options anytime by typing in the keyword help. In order to create a new folder, I can use the command md. Before I do that, I'm going to type in cls. This is a handy command to clear the screen. Okay, let's make a new directory, md space my Java. This is where I'll store the programs for this activity. Now that I created the folder, I need to change the directory to go into that folder, cd space my Java. Awesome. Now, let's write our first Java program in a text editor. I've already downloaded the Brackets application, which is a free text editor that you can download from the Brackets site. But you can use whatever editor that you're comfortable with. I've already maximized the screen to make it easier for us to see the code. I'll create a new file, File, New. But before entering the code, I'm going to save the file with a .java extension. That way, the text editor uses the correct indentation for my app. File, Save As, My Java, and we're going to call this demo.java. Notice the capital D in demo, lowercase emo. Remember, Java's case sensitive. And save. Here's the code that we need to enter into the text editor. We'll start with our class definition. Public class demo. Again, capital D, lowercase emo. It has to be the same name as the file name. Open curly brackets, hit enter. Now we'll declare our main method, public static void main. In parentheses, we'll identify the parameters string bracket bracket for an array of string values called args. Open curly bracket for the main, and we're simply going to do system.out.println hello world. Chances are you've already written a hello world program at least once so far in your career. I know every time I learned a new language, the first program we created was hello world. Okay, let's end the main and end the class. Now I can save my program. Okay, let's go back to the command prompt. Before we can start compiling and running the program, we need to make sure that we specify the location of the Java virtual machine and the Java compiler to enable us to compile and run this program from within our My Java folder. In order to do that, we have to set the path variables as indicated. I already looked up the version of MyJDK, but make sure you do that prior to setting your path command. We'll type in set path equals %, path, %, semicolon. Make sure you don't put any spaces before or after the equal sign. C:\, program, files, \Java, \JDK 1.8.0_31, which is the version that I have on my machine, \bin, and then hit enter. One thing to note is that you will need to reset the path every time you close and reopen your command prompt. If you want to, you can create a little batch file to do that for you. All right, we compiled the program using the Java C executable. So let's type Java C and the name of our program, demo.java. Again, make sure you use all the right upper and lower case, and you want to include the extension when you compile the program. The compiler compiles the program and creates a class file. A class file contains the bytecode for the program, and that's needed for the Java virtual machine. Once we have the class file, we can run the program using the JVM, or the Java Virtual Machine. So let's hit enter to compile our program. Awesome! Let's check and make sure it created a class file. I'm going to use the command dir to see the elements inside this directory. We have demo.class and demo.java. Awesome! Okay, let's run the program. We type in Java space and the name of the class file. This time we do not use an extension. And right now, I don't have any default arguments being passed to the program, so that's all I need to do and hit enter. Hey, it says hello world. Awesome. And there you have it. We wrote our program using a standard text editor, compiled and ran the program directly from the command prompt. Using the command prompt is not difficult, but it does require an understanding of file and folder structures. At the end of this section, there's a challenge, so make sure you give it a try. Have fun!